Welcome back to 1 Hour with Ali Basyah Suryo. Tonight we have Wimar Witoelar. Wimar, perhaps you can share with us your time, that was in 2000 to 2001 when Gus Dur was the president. You were the official spokesperson of the president. Can you share some of your experiences? Number one, why were you chosen those days?
It really is the biggest experience of my professional life. Mm-hmm. And if you ask me why I was chosen, I will say, I don't know. You should ask Gus Dur. Because actually the appointment came very suddenly and without warning, and certainly without solicitation. I didn't ask for the job. I wasn't recommended for the job. But one day I was just having a nap. I take naps in the afternoon when there's no work. And then a reporter called me. I was already close to the reporters since I was writing. And they said, well, congratulations on your appointment as spokesman. Are you going to accept it? I said, well, don't fool around. I'm having a nap here, Be serious. No, it is serious. He said it there. Oh, yeah? Well, look in our website. This reporter comes from a news portal. And I look at the website. It says, yes, President Wahid in Medan announced at the speech that he is going to ask Wimar Witoelar to be the chief spokesman along with 4 other people. Oh my God. So, I immediately talked to my wife, talked to my little company and said, hey, what's going to happen? What do you think? Asking their opinions. They were split. Some of them said it's a good idea. The others said, no, because we're going to lose you and maybe you won't like it. You won't have the freedom. But for me, being asked to be a spokesman as a communication person is really something I cannot refuse. It's a challenge. Besides, I like Gus Dur. I support his policies. I haven't written about him. He's a misunderstood man, etc. So there's no question. I did receive the job, and we all know it was a stormy period, tumultuous period, and I lost my freedom, I lost my income, I even lost some of my friends. Really? So in the end, people ask, don't you regret leaving your life as a television entertainer, as sort of a small celebrity and being in the spotlight? I said, no, I have no regrets. Oh, and then Gus Dur said, hey, that's good. If you write a book, make that your title. So I wrote a book called No Regrets, and if you allow me, I'll plug it right here. If you want it, you can write me, or you can go to the bookstore. So it is really the story of a very unusual period because... Interesting because I was the first person in that position. Previous presidents never had a spokesperson. Suharto had somebody like Harmoko, but he was the Minister of Communications. I was not a minister, I was just spokesman. And I had to deal with so many things, and I was given lots of freedom. President Wahid is not a man who sets things up for you. I have complete freedom. In fact, I never got any instructions from him. But we just talk in the morning on all issues, and when reporters ask me for the president's opinions, I would say what I think is my interpretation. Because Gus Dur said, I am not his loudspeaker, but I am his interpreter. So I present the background and the context. And I enjoyed that for a whole year. It was very educational, and I'm very happy. I was very well supported by the media, by the press, who were, of course, our main counterparts. Of course, there was a lot of opposition to the president, but I never took any of it personally. I gained a lot of friends and a lot of experience. And there are just hundreds and hundreds of little experiences. Because Gus Dur had this infirmity, had this handicap with his eyesight, always needed to have someone with him. So I was with him throughout the working day from 4:30 in the morning until 6 in the evening. I was with him all hours in the office, when we travel, during lunch. And in the office, I was always there whenever a guest came. So I got to meet so many interesting people, including Roger Moore, and tennis stars and all that. So that was my personal angle. Of course, from the political point of view, I really cherish the chance to join Gus Dur in his quest for pluralism. For me, the big theme is pluralism, equality among religions, among races, ethnic origins, and of course the democratic thing. So I was, although I was not a member of the cabinet, but I was always involved in the highest level discussions, and that is an experience I think anybody would love to have.
Well, referring back to your experience with Gus Dur, is there something unique about Gus Dur as a leader of the head of state of the country? Something of unique to Gus Dur compared to what other head of states that we do have before? Maybe you can share with us?
Well, he's certainly an unusual man. Some of his detractors might say he's eccentric. I would say he's just very creative and not afraid to try anything. He thinks outside the box.
Yeah.
He does things outside of conventions. It makes his staff's lives difficult maybe, but challenging.
Yeah.
You cannot sit there and just receive instructions. And he took decisions very quickly, some of them correct ones, some of them maybe incorrect ones, but he shook the nation up from its preoccupation with power, with violence, corruption.
Right.
We launched anti-corruption campaign, which was very strong, but it was so strong that it was, the reason for his downfall also. Gus Dur certainly demilitarized the country, made everything. And I might add that was also with the support of the current president, General Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono, who was the Minister for Security. So he was on good terms with everyone, but of course he had a lot of enemies among people that were the object of reform. It was an unusual presidency. It didn't last long, but maybe it was better than to have something that lasted a long time and didn't do anything.
Right.